Welcome to another episode of the news that's not fit to print. So today I found out that 80% of the white-tailed deer in Iowa have contracted the virus, both wild and in captivity. In Ohio, 36% of the deer have contracted the virus. They say the only way to prevent the suffering of these white-tailed deer is to get vaccinated. According to a study in the UK, people who have allergies, and especially those who have asthma, like me, I've not been diagnosed, have a lower risk of getting the virus. Interesting. Doctors in the UK claim that 300,000 people are facing heart disease due to the post-pandemic stress of the virus. San Jose mayor in California has opposed the White House, stating they are wrong that the smash and grabs that are happening in his town are a result of the pandemic. LA County Assistant Sheriff said zero bail policy means burglary suspects are generally released, causing more crime in the smash and grab. It's kind of related. Both of these officials are in California. Oklahoma AG, Attorney General, is suing the White House for the mandates on the military, specifically the National Guard, and federal employees. It's causing folks to quit their jobs, causing financial burden on the families and strain on Oklahoma's economy. Despite shutting down United States pipelines, the White House is supporting Russia's pipeline and removing sanctions from the pipeline going from Russia to Germany and supporting a new pipeline in Russia. 250 pregnant Afghanistan women coming from Afghanistan during the closure of the war have come to the United States. Of course, they're giving birth to these children. That gives 250 Afghan children birthrights to the United States. 57% of Americans do not think the White House has the authority, or any government official has the authority, to enforce mandates. 37% say they do. Correction, 35% say they do. CDC says the pandemic will become an endemic and as common as the common cold or flu. Oregon is considering a permanent mask mandate. Indefinitely is what they said. Permanent, indefinitely. It means the same thing according to them. The current mandate on masks ends February, so they're in discussions of trying to make that long term or indefinitely. Brewer, Maine Police Department is offering $20,000 sign-on bonus for their share for the police officer department. They don't know how much they're going to pay because it's based on experience and how much time they've had in the police force. Thane, I'm sure I'm pronouncing this wrong. Thane, T-H-A-N-H, Hoa, H-O-A, Providence in Vietnam has suspended the use of the Pfizer vaccine after 120 students were hospitalized after inoculation. Nausea, fever, and difficult breathing are the symptoms. Merck is seeking approval from the FDA to produce a new drug that will duplicate itself to mimic the virus and then mutate the virus. So it's going to intentionally do the genome or the RNA code incorrectly, which will cause more mutations. So like we have the different mutations. We had the first virus, then the Delta, and then the Omicron. That's what it's going to do. Hopefully they say it will end the pandemic by making the virus go extinct. Sign of the times. A new TikTok challenge has influencers kicking down doors of homes. And they're actually, sometimes of course the doors don't go down, but other times they'll kick the door down, causing hundreds of dollars in damages to the homeowner. Police departments are warning these influencers to be cautious because homeowners may respond with deadly force. Go figure. In Italy, a man wears a silicone arm, a fake arm, to go get his inoculation. He, of course, the nurse immediately figured it out because the skin tone didn't match, and so anyway, he got caught. The president of the region contacted him and said, this is a bad stunt. You're going to harm people by doing this. South Carolina nurse may serve more than a decade in prison for each violation. if convicted for creating fraudulent vaccine cards. I don't know how many she produced, but it's going to be up to 10 to 15 years for each violation. Illinois Senator Dick Durbin is backing an argument to curb inflation by hiring low-wage migrant workers, suggesting the lower wages will reduce the cost of companies. Of course, the argument is where do the non-migrants, American citizens, get jobs now? So we're going to lower the prices to reduce inflation, but then you're going to have more inflation according to the argument, because now people aren't going to be able to afford the products they need. Russia issued a threat that they will destroy GPS satellites. It will blow up 32 of them, as a matter of fact, if NATO crosses its red line. Now, the thing is, they ran a test not that long ago. I think it was November 15th. They blew something up in space. It caused the base space station, they had to contact the space station to take emergency action so the debris, 1,500 pieces of debris, wouldn't hit the space station. China may be eyeing a new military base in the Atlantic Ocean. They're eyeing a piece of property on the coast of Africa, Atlantic coast of Africa. This would establish the first Atlantic base. They've had a very strong Pacific Ocean presence. So China may be flexing its muscles. U.S. military seems to be reportedly reacting to ransomware perpetrators. As we know that we've had several ransomware issues in the last year. This is usually handled by law enforcement. I'm guessing FBI, CIA, that kind of thing. Well, now the military is getting involved. The Senate is set to vote on a bill that would bar the White House from making any mandates on vaccines. It appears that a Democrat from West Virginia will vote with the Republicans. China recently tested a hypersonic missile. I'm sure you all heard about that. However, they have discovered that this missile may have been from United States technology that China stole from the United States. America's supply chains from China may be even worse hit than we're already experiencing from water shortages. China's experienced a terrible water shortage, causing problems in their productions. Specifically, they're having a hard time producing enough electricity. They're also experiencing a lot of sinkholes because there's a lack of water, so the sinkholes are occurring. Michigan-based pork producer Alexander and Hornung is recalling 230,000 pounds of pork for possible listeria infection. Oklahoma cafe, school cafe cafeteria employee faces charges for giving teachers cookies laced with THC, the wacky weed. Evidence is mounting from all across the world that the Omicron variant is more infectious but less deadly. However, the White House or the administration, NIH, is warning that this may be too early to determine and warns against premature optimism. So that's all the news that is fit to print. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching.